Hey everybody, good evening and welcome to Against the Public for Saturday, March 30th. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. We're the only show to analyze early betting patterns by the public, and we've done that once again with 3 free college basketball tournament plays for Saturday. And before we get to that, I want to thank everybody that put their money behind me today in college basketball and the NBA, a few Major League Baseball. Customers are up there, brand new customers are up there as well. Thank you so much to everybody that put their money behind me. You can guarantee I'm working as hard as I can to make sure that you get back what you put into me. So thank you so much for that. We will have another college basketball, NBA, MLB, NHL 3-pack up there. Each package $49.99 gives you all 3 of my plays for one low price. And I think the NHL 3-pack is up there right now. We'll be working on the other NBA college basketball as soon as this is over. Of course, every 3-pack comes with our win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for your purchase price. And of course, if you want to get every play from the NBA, college basketball, NHL, Major League Baseball, if you want to get every play sent to you every single day for one low price, well, get on board with my All Access Pass. You can get a 30-day membership for less than $11 a day, a 90-day membership for less than $10 a day, and an annual membership. Every play, it takes you right through the NFL and college football season. You know what we did last year. That is your best bet, and that's just $3.56 a day. So no matter how you do it, if you want to get the debit card, you want to get the credit card, no matter what you do, make sure that you do get involved, and thank you so much for everybody that has so far. And if you need a couple reasons why, well, I mean, you guys know we've absolutely smoked the NBA this year. Done very well in college basketball, but really smoking the NBA. 63.2% winners over the last 7 days. That's number one amongst cappers with at least 16 plays. 57% winners over the last 90 days, plus 2,201 units won in that span. Number one amongst cappers with at least 240 plays, and 1,739 units won in 23 and 24 in the NBA. 1,590 units won overall in 2024. Just to give you a flavor of what we've done. And of course, NHL has been extremely good. And I know you guys, sometimes, I wonder, well, why don't, the NHL is a very popular sport, obviously. I think it's the 4th highest grossing sport in the world. But guys, it doesn't ever matter where the money comes from as long as it does. So don't shy away from the NHL. It's absolutely on fire on the ice right now. So make sure that you do get involved with that as well. So don't forget that. So NBA, college basketball, Major League Baseball, NHL, every play sent to you for one low price. So let's get to your 3-pack for tomorrow. We're going to start things off. And this is really quick because obviously, there's only 2 games. And we're going to have side and total in this Husky Illini game, which is at 6:09 Eastern Time. 6:51, 6:52 is your rotation numbers. Illini, Huskies minus 8.5. 155 is your total. And, the Illini were an automatic overwager this season, but in the tournament, they have definitely won with strong defense. They've allowed 67 points per game against Moorhead, Duquesne, and Iowa State. The total's been jacked up some, I think, in this one from the totals that they've had to deal with early in the season. But I think Brad Underwood knows that they can't win a track meet with UConn. I think it's going to be somewhere in between. I don't think it's quite going to be an up and down affair. But I do think the Illini will have their spurts of time where they do play well defensively. Obviously, speaking of defense, that's exactly what the strength of the Huskies have been. They've cashed 7 unders in their last 8 games and 4 straight in the tournament. To give you an idea of how strong UConn has been against the number this year, they have not lost back-to-back games against the spread since the last week of December when they lost games to Seton Hall and St. John's. After the Huskies went 13-5 against the spread, and they have covered 10 of their last 12 games. So I don't, it's tough to go against those trends. It's really tough to go against those numbers. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is we're going to take UConn minus the 8.5, and we're going to go under 155. So 2 plays there. And then for your third play, 8:49 Eastern Time, game 6:53, 6:54. Obviously, that means the Clemson Tigers versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tide minus 2.5, 164.5 is your total. This number has been moved in favor at Clemson, at some books. Some opened it at 3. Everybody's at 2.5 right now. We may see that 3 again because we do see a large majority of the money coming in today on the Tide. So that might go back up to 3, but books across the board seem pretty happy at 2.5. So perhaps it will stay there. It will not go off of 3 to 2.5, but strong still on 2.5, might see a 3. After the rough end to the season where Alabama lost 2 of the last 4 games, we have seen a run of 3 straight covers through the tournament. Even in their victory against the Tar Heels, there was plenty for Nate Oates to be unhappy about, which included perimeter defense. This is a revenge spot against Clemson, which beat Alabama early in the season. I'm going to take Alabama minus the 2.5. And by the way, if a coach says to you, we won, but there's still things I'm not happy with, that's really good because you know that his team will be prepared and mentally prepared for the next game. And that's why that is a factor. So Alabama minus 2.5. So that does it for your free plays for Saturday. Go to pickdawgz.com right now. Get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that will give you every game that I release for one low price. Remember, my NBA 3-pack will be up there minutes after this video is posted, and we are smashing the NBA this season, so please don't miss out. Here's a recap again, real quick. UConn minus 8.5 and under 155, and Alabama minus 2.5. Before I go, I always get pretty good feedback when I do these inside the number segments, and I really haven't been able to name it yet, but we'll just call it inside the number when our focus will be on the NBA tonight. And I just want to give you a season-long update and give you an idea of how hard it is to actually do this job. Favorites in the NBA, 548 and 529 and 19, 50.93% winners. Still not good enough to turn a profit. Minus 23.89 units based upon a 1-unit play. Underdogs are minus 59.85 units. So you can't just play straight favorites. You can't just play straight underdogs. Either way, but favorites do have a little bit of an advantage. And then when you break it down by teams this year, well, here are the teams to go against. And it's interesting because your top team is the same in the category of this season and also the worst over the last 3 seasons. We'll start off this season with the Phoenix Suns. If you win against the Phoenix Suns this year, you'd be 42-30 plus 8.71 units. Charlotte Hornets 44-27 plus 13.45 units, and the Atlanta Hawks, if you win against the Hawks this season, you'd be 46-27 plus 15.29 units. Now, over the last 3 years, and I know, what happened 3 years ago doesn't really make a big impact, but sometimes it tells you about the culture of an organization. And certainly there's cultural problems in all 3 of these organizations over the last 3 seasons. Number 3 would be the Portland Trail Blazers, 132, 104, and 1. If you win against them every game over the last 3 seasons, you'd be up 16.33 units. The Washington Wizards, the epitome of a poor organization, 130, 102, and 6, plus 17.08 units. And the number 1 team to go against, whether it was this year or 3 years ago or over the last 3 years, the Atlanta Hawks, if you win against the Hawks over the last 3 years, you'd be 136 and 100 plus 24.44 units. So that's kind of interesting, and I guess what we get out of it is stay away from the Atlanta Hawks. So that does it for today's show. Thank you to everyone for watching. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Saturday.